And when God advances a man, no devil can disadvance him. When God lifts a man, no gang up of hair can let him. His advancement is the most secure. His breakthrough is the most assured. For whatever the Lord doeth, it shall be what? Forever. When serving God becomes a lifestyle, advancement becomes unending. Every genuine commitment to the advancement of the kingdom advances the life and destiny of the committed one. It is God who advances people. In any business enterprise, you can't promote yourself. It's the organization that determines who is promotable and who is not. And so in the kingdom, it's God who determines each one's advancement. 1 Samuel chapter 12 and verse 6, it was God who advanced Moses and Aaron. We've been looking at, in the growth of the church lies the glory, the promotion, the advancement of the saints. In the growth of the church lies the glory, the breakthroughs, the advancement of the saints. Why? That is the core business of Jesus today. I will build my church. So we commit to the building business of Jesus. We become candidates for his promotion, his advancement, and his breakthroughs. Jesus calls it my Father's business. And Paul defines serving God as business. Romans 12:11. Not slothful in business, but fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. And among them, it said, be instant in prayers. Verse 12. Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulations, continuing instant in prayers. You can't be expected to be promoted in an organization where you are not a steward. And when God advances a man, no devil can disadvance him. When God lifts a man, no gang up of hair can let him. His advancement is the most secure. His breakthrough is the most assured. For whatever the Lord doeth, it shall be what? Forever. When serving God becomes a lifestyle, advancement becomes unending. From glory to glory, from strength to strength, from glory to glory, from strength to strength, from glory to glory, from strength to strength. By divine election of grace, I've proved that in my life for almost my entire life. It always works, and it works like fire. Today we look at this aspect. of commitment to the growth of his church. The end-time church is ordained to be a center of supernatural wealth. The end-time church is ordained to command supernatural wealth. Why? This gospel of the kingdom shall be preached among all nations, and then shall the end come. Matthew 24 and verse 14. And my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad. Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 17. Who among you saw the glory of this house in its first estate? And how do you see it now? But I can tell you something. I will yet again shake the heavens and the earth, the silver and the gold, to make it so they are mine. For the glory of this little house shall be greater than the former. Haggai 2, 6 to 9. This is why God has reserved supernatural wealth for the end time church. For the building of the later house, the end time church, whose glory shall be greater than the former. And plenty of financial resources will be required to make it so. He said, I have these treasures with me. Praise God. So how do you have your portion of this stupendous end-time wealth ordained for the church? First, please note that wealth in the kingdom is an entrustment. Is an entrustment. Is allocated to individuals that can be trusted, not to abuse it. That can be trusted to put it to work as God ordains it. That can be trusted to make kingdom advancement core in their financial management. Luke 16, verse 11. If therefore you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who shall commit to your trust the true riches? If therefore you have not been faithful in the thing that's another man, verse 12, who shall give you that which is your own? It's an entrustment. It's not a function of your career, your business. It is the blessings of the Lord that trace man's obedience that makes rich and adds no sorrow. You have robbed me, they say, how we rob you? In tithes and in offerings. So you are caused this whole nation. Okay, bring your desire to my storehouse and watch as I open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. There will not be enough room to take them. Then shall you return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth God and him that serveth him not. So it's financial stewardship, kingdom financial stewardship, that defines each one's allocation of this end-time wealth. And this engagement is steered by our genuine love for God. Our level of love for God is what defines the allocation to individuals. David, a man after God's own heart. I've made covenant with my eyes that I will not give sleep to my eyes, as long as to my eyelids, until I find a place for the Lord, an habitation for the Most High God. Psalm 132, verse 1 to 5. And now, because of my affection to the house of my God, I have given out of my own proper good, not kingdom good, my proper good. That was stupendous. I mean, it was beyond imagination. Everybody's allocation is defined by the level of his love for God. in the matters of finances. You better hear it. Hear it, oh. Hear it. The time is coming when the earth will burn like an oven. There will be a distinction between those who are serving God and those who are not serving Him. Solomon loved the Lord, and God launched him into realms of strange order of wealth. And that which I have not asked, I have also added to you, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. I've added. On what basis? 1 Kings 3:3. And Solomon loved the Lord. And proved that he did. He went to Gibeon and sacrificed there. And 1,000 burnt offerings he sacrificed upon the altar. And God came down. Ask what you want. If you don't get this route right, we just think that we are helping our group, we are helping our zone. You are creating a future of financial fortune by serving God with His resources entrusted to you. What a word for each one of us this morning. Commitment to God, to kingdom promotion with our God-given resources is a covenant requirement to access the realms of financial fortune. Go to the mountain and bring wood and build this house, and I'll take pleasure in it, and I'll be glorified, said the Lord. Otherwise, you do for much, it became little. You want wages, I punch holes in it. Why? Because of my house that lies in ruin, and you run everyone to his own house. I don't have time. Haggai 1:5-13. And God stirred up the spirit of Zerubbabel and Joshua the son of Shealtiel, and they began to do the work of the house of the Lord. Verse 14. May your heart be stirred up to start investing towards the promotion of the kingdom as a lifestyle, not for a season, not something you did. I did that the other time. I think I'm done. When a man is done with breathing, he dies. When you are done with eating, you don't need any attack, you die. He said, I've eaten all my life. I can't eat anymore. No more. I'm not eating. I'm not eating. Satan said you tried, truly. You have tried. How can a man be eating for the last 40 years? That's too much. Let your stomach go on sabbatical for 2 years. I advise you. And just the chariot of Elijah will come. Doing the right things don't have lifespan. Right things will always keep producing right results. Grace for continuity in your obedience to every scriptural truth. May we all receive it afresh this morning. The good news is every believer engaging in church growth endeavors is entitled to generational blessings. Jeremiah 30:19-21. The word says, out of them shall proceed thanksgiving and the voice of them that make merry. And I will multiply them, they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, they shall not be small. And their children also shall be as aforetime. And their congregation shall be established before me. And I will punish all that oppress them. And their nobles shall come of themselves, and their governors shall proceed from the midst of them. And I will cause him to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. For who is this that engage his heart in pursuit of the growth of my church? Said the Lord. Anyone engaging his heart is entitled for generational blessings. Their children shall be as aforetime. I will be the one to establish them. I will punish anyone that oppresses them. They will not be counted among mediocres. In Daniel 12, verse 3, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn men to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Generational. Turning men to righteousness through soul winning and gathering souls unto Jesus secures generational blessings for the individuals. That includes helping the saved to get established in the faith through prayers and every other necessary support as affordable by individuals. Acts 13. Let's look at first Psalm 89, verse 20. I have found David, my servant. With my holy oil have I anointed him. David, the servant. What happened? Acts 13:36. The word says, for David, after he had served his own generation by the will of God, fell asleep and was laid unto his fathers and saw corruption, natural death. But look at David today. Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy. Look at Jesus today. Christ is holding the key in heaven called the key of David. Generational. Serving God genuinely entitles a believer for generational blessings. So you are not just serving God for the now. You are investing into generations yet unborn.